Shortcuts that are available to you in the console. So, tab completion. So if I can spell out some of the command, okay, and I hit my tab key, it will say, do you mean this? So it's trying to match what it, I put in get -se and I hit tab. Well, I don't want that. I hit tab again, don't want that. I hit enough tabs, I think the third or fourth one, that was able to fill in the command line for me. So tab completion can help you fill in the commandlet. So you give it some of the information, then hit tab, and it'll suggest every time you hit tab what matches what you typed in. So I typed in the get SE. You can see there. Then I hit tab, don't want that one. Hit tab again, don't want that one. Hit tab again and said yes, that's the one I want. Then spacebar, and then I can hit tab and go through all the parameters, or if I know a little bit of the parameter, -N and hit tab, it'll fill it in for me. So you'll see me on the console do that a lot. Use tab to help fill out the command and to fill out the parameter. And then it can't help me here with what I'm looking for. That's up to me to get right. But at least I save some typing with tab completion. So, tab completion is your friend in the PowerShell console. So, as they mention in the book a little bit later, tab completion allows you to enter commandlet and parameter. We didn't do a variable and path names. I didn't do those yet. To just make your typing easier. So, okay. Now, some parameters in commandlet are optional. So, for example, -name is positional. If I had left it out, it would have run just fine. Okay, so you would get the same results even if you didn't have the -name. So that is an example of a positional parameter. We'll explore that in a little more detail in just a moment. So you could have run the service, the two services you want, and you run just fine. Typically, so that you know, I like to spell out the parameter, but that's me. Not everybody works that way. So typically, I will be explicit about the parameter. I won't use positional, but more on that later. So. Okay. Now, we had mentioned parameters may take 0, 1, or multiple values. So I just want to go back into your book just a little bit. This is before, this goes back to tabs. So all parameters begin with a dash. Some parameters are not required for the commandlet. You'll know it. It'll give you, if you run something and there's a parameter that needs a value, PowerShell will prompt you to have an example. And, you know, that's fun. Now, there's a special parameter called switches, which don't take a value.
Ủa, em xong chưa?
Còn có 2 thằng nữa thôi.
Nhảy cái nhà tích rồi.
Lát quá hả bà cầm súng.
Bay vào kia lát thật, em bay tưởng xuống trước xong rồi giật mẹ lại ở trên.
Bảo cũng xuống trước rồi nhưng mà bảo bị giật.
So, and say, well, how do I know if the parameter is mandatory? How do I know if it's a parameter? How do or a switch? How do I know if it needs one value or multiple values? That is where the help will come in. So we covered tab completion. You'll see us use that a lot in the PowerShell console. Now, if you're using the GUI, the ISE, it has that IntelliSense and
Mình check out the new sound.
Like so I'm the baby service. What you need to do is getting ahead of us. But what you need to do, Bob, is between your dash status.
Hey, bị thương tôi im mở.
Vỗ tay. I know what you're trying to do. You need to do it a slightly different way. So when we get to that point, remind me of that, and we'll show you how you.
Thằng bom min đâu nhỉ? Có sao nó ngồi một mình kia?
So,
Thằng này nó hay AFK buổi tối.
I know what you want to do, and we'll show you how you need to do the PowerShell stuff. Yeah, there are lots and lots of commandlets, especially as you have newer versions of PowerShell. So tab completion is
Mấy
good.
điểm nha. Đổi sang server khác.
Okay. And that's fine, especially for completing.
Cái server này đấy, update cái gì đấy?
Nó update có mấy nơi mà. Anh có súng không? Có UMP này.
Discover commands on your PowerShell
Mình đang đợi
environment,
tiếng.
what you want to do.
Cất vào mình gần.
So what was their example? Star.service in the console and press tab. Okay, let's take a look. Slow down. Good work.
Còn tiếng chân phong nhà mình.
And did you mean debug service, tab? All they did was, all they're doing is tabbing.
Đi nhà.
So the way that started was star.
Con ấy kìa.
Nằm rồi.
And it cycles through what it knows about. It's up to you if you
Em có băng đạn mở rộng bao giờ?
they take you through
Em vứt ra cái băng đạn mở rộng.
a lot of commands.
Mà không có đạn cũng thật không.
So
Có xe à?
that's okay. I mean, I personally don't use it quite that way to discover commands. I'm going to show you another way. So that example is asterisk maintenance service. So that's okay. It does work. But there's help.
Anh có Z-Lock kìa.
PowerShell has a very good set of help built into it. So get help. So as an example.
Có đạn bẫy không?
Thế em không. Thế anh bắn M16 này.
Đây, cái đạn nằm bên này.
M16. M16 120 viên đạn này. Em bắn UMP.
Nè, qua lấy đạn nó bắn AK có 26 viên đủ.
Get help. Star.
Bên đằng sau cái
So
chỗ tính tiền có thêm 30 đạn, 30 viên.
put in enough of what
Thế đây có UMP.
Đây có người
down or your verb. This case service. Hit enter, and it will give you everything it can find loaded in the PowerShell system that gives you that has the word.
Em thấy không?
So we see get service and new service, etc. Commandlet. These are all commandlets.
Lóc 1.
Commandlets and functions are really about the same. Okay.
Đây dưới ngay chỗ xe đổ ở đầu casino rồi.
Functions are pretty much
Đạn.
okay. So
Chết cả hai à?
and
Chết
what
cả hai.
it will show you is the name of it, with the commandlet, with the function.
Không biết còn
Chung cư con đó, mà thấy có thằng.
The file.
À, nó vừa nhảy xuống em giết à?
If it says Microsoft.PowerShell, it should be loaded on any Windows machine. And then a synopsis. But
Mấy thằng này nhéo.
going through a tab cycle, you might find it more useful to use get help in some sort of wildcard. So here I used it to find what's available for dealing with services, and you
Có người ghi chân bảo.
for yourself. Alternatively, do we have any
Ghi chân bảo luôn
commands
á.
that are maybe just start make it a little broad?
Ghi chân bảo luôn.
Xong anh à?
Get help, space, start. That's 3 times quickly. So start.
À, cái 4.
Mấy thằng này nghèo hết nhở?
All commands
Nó có X4 này anh, có đạn AK này, có K98 này.
that help me start something. Now it's either
Anh lấy K thì em vứt bô lên lốp K
point
rồi.
to something else, or a commandlet or a function. And again, functions and
Rồi
commandlets
em vứt cái bô lên lốp K ra ngoài.
really identical. That's good enough. So right? And we see the module, which is a file that's distributed in. Again, if it starts with Microsoft PowerShell, that should be on any Windows machine.
F4 có nè,
And there you
mà quay
go.
luôn.
So if you're
Em
trying
có,
to figure
em có.
out what commands are available to you to do a certain task, at least the way I do it, is get help with some sort of wildcard search. That's my personal preference. Instead of going through the task. Now,
Bắn M16 không quen tab bắn khó.
which way I want to go with this? We'll get to help parameters. Okay. So, alright. So let's say you see restart computer.
Anh bắn AK ra em đưa
You
compare
get
rồi.
help on restart computer. Okay, in this example. So,
Đây này, compare rồi.
the help system is pretty extensive. So what you can do
Nó lút hết khu bên này rồi
in this
sao?
list was
Em thấy cái
restart
chung cư nó mở hết rồi.
Alright. And well, you say, okay, I'd like to know more about what that command does. So I could say get help restart computer. And this will bring up some basic information about the command. Alright? Now let's talk about help. This information is loaded into this PowerShell environment. Okay? But I have a recommendation. So if you are wanting
Có
to
tiếng còi ô tô kìa.
Lúc đủ đồ.
have
Bảo cái xong phát đây này, em
a
cần.
specific
Em có 3 cái.
PowerShell commandlet works or function. They're really pretty much the same thing. Use the internet and use the Microsoft site that comes up. So let me show you what I mean. By the way, your labs do not have internet access. Okay, so the way they set up the lab environment, so your lab environment does not have internet access. Just FYI.
Đi.
They have loaded help for commands in
Bên ngoài có xe
They're
buýt
doing
đây.
this for real.
Đoạn đầu phố.
Better way
Đoạn
to
bên
go,
anh.
what Microsoft would say is, okay, go to your favorite search engine and do something like this. PowerShell, what was that? Restart computer, by example. PowerShell, restart computer. Okay. And then, really, the first Microsoft site that comes up, that's one. So again, we can't do this in the lab because we don't have internet access. But if you're doing this for work purposes, use the internet. Usually the first Microsoft site is what you want. Click on it. And this will bring up the Microsoft documentation for the latest and greatest, the most correct documentation. So all I did, put into my search engine, again on my host machine, PowerShell restart computer. I took the first Microsoft site. Has everyone done something similar to this? Because you want to talk about how you read help, and as I say, the preferred way. So everyone done something like this on the internet, looking at the Microsoft site, whether it's restart computer or something. It doesn't matter. But this is the way Microsoft prefers. A couple of things. Starting from the left, it tells you from the version of PowerShell. If you're researching this, if you have a different version of PowerShell, you'll want to change this to the appropriate version. PowerShell 6 is okay for that.
Cái trò Grand Theft Auto nó có hay
You'll
không?
see what it goes back to. If you need a different version, change it. We're okay with buying one.
Hello.
Hả?
The next thing it tells you is the module
Grand
that
Theft
it's
đi.
in.
Grand Theft Auto 5 ấy.
PowerShell manual.
Có hay không?
So, module is a file containing
Quay cho mình.
commands together to make available in the PowerShell session. The module is collecting command
Có tên súng anh ơi.
Đổi.
Bên kia đường hay sao?
Then we bring into
Nghe trên đổi.
PowerShell session. And if I scroll over here on the left-hand side, it lists over here on the left.
Nhà trên đổi.
Trên đồ.
That module. So Microsoft.PowerShell.management has a bunch of commands.
Mẹ nó chứ.
That I guess related to, well, managing computers or logs or what have you. So, that's what that is telling you. Now, it says Microsoft.PowerShell. Chances are you have it on any Windows machine where you have PowerShell installed. Now, as far as the documentation,
Kìa nhỉ.
Cái nó nhảy xuống rồi.
a little bit different than how they lay it out in the lab. We'll get to the differences in a moment. Well, first, they can...
Có thằng ở trong nhà luôn.
It looks like
À.
they're sort of being repetitive here. It's like...
Anh chờ em đi.
Trong nhà bạn luôn, nhà bạn.
Cơ.
Ông mất tay.
Nó đâu?
Simply put,
Đây là người xong rồi này.
another parameter. Does anybody ever run across that in a command where you have two switches or two options? They're good, but they cannot...
Nó bắn hỏng cả mũ.
Anybody
Nó có
run into that?
X8 này anh, có đạn bậy luôn này, nhiều đạn bậy á.
You
Thằng này
have
nó
two
nằm
switches
quá
or
chừng.
options that just cannot
Bên này này, X8 đạn bậy nhiều á.
coexist on the command.
Hơn trăm viên đạn bậy, em còn vứt xuống dưới 30 viên nữa.
Coi, nó có súng gì vậy?
Same is true in PowerShell.
Nó, em không chú ý nhưng nó có
Shown you
X8.
here are what
Chỉ
they
chú ý
call
những cái
two
quan trọng.
parameter sets. Okay. So in this parameter set, we see what works together for switches or
Nhiều quá.
parameter options. Here's another parameter set. Now there is some overlap.
Không đủ chứa đồ.
So a parameter like
Bên dưới đồ còn người.
exists in both parameter sets is the word they would use. But then you find some parameters that only exist in
Người đừng cứ trông.
one parameter set or another. So the way I like to think of it is, okay, what
À,
parameter
bắn dạng hình
do
như
you
là
want to
rồi.
restart, or whatever I'm looking at, whether it's restart computer or get event log or whatever. Now, then they'll give you a description of what the commandlet does, and with the
Tưởng là ông có biết ông hát nghe
which is what
vợ
we're
lắm
looking
không?
at. Then they will go to the examples.
Demo mấy.
You know, they'll
Tôi
try
trở
and tell you what the examples do.
đâu đó.
Cái anh ơi, lóc nhà hướng lò.
Có một kẻ địch ở nóc nhà.
Hướng lò.
Give you the example.
Cái nhà đây, em đánh dấu rồi.
This is about what
Cái
it
nhà
is.
em đánh dấu.
And if you
Đây.
scroll down,
Cái nhà em đánh dấu là cái
they will
nhà.
explain all the parameters. Parameters begin with a
Là
hyphen.
cái nhà
Okay,
ở giữa bản đồ. Cái là con thằng chạy trên đồi kìa, anh nhìn thấy hướng xa xa 330 nhở? Đang chạy trên đồi xuống kìa.
some additional
Đâu?
meaning,
Đấy.
Đây đâu?
but every parameter will have 5 attributes that they
Đâu?
document.
Đâu là đây?
What's its type? Type is,
Ủa? Có thằng hướng 330 mà anh không có thấy à?
but what kind of data does it have?
Thôi.
String,
Em đang ở đâu? Anh ở
or is it
Sakun nè.
switch, what
Anh đang
have
ở Sakun nè.
position. If you see the word name, that
Anh em mình không cùng chiến tuyến.
Nó đang lên khu bộ nó.
Ủa? Chúng ta cùng chung một bản đồ mà.
You're looking at parameters. You go to position, and they see that word name. That means
Ôi, nó thấy em à?
not specified positionally. So if you want to use this parameter as job, you're going to say parentheses. You're going to say hyphen as job. Does the parameter have a default value?
Thằng chó.
And the parameter accept input
Đi ô tô qua trước mặt ông
being
à?
piped in? You know, a whole module coming out on that. Coming up on that. Can the parameter accept wildcard character? And every parameter
Xuống
has
lên
these
này.
5 attributes.
Đoạn này nhảy sợ kẹp chết.
I'm going to restart the computer. Here's another parameter, dash computer name, specifies one or more computers. Read that.
Đúng rồi.
Đâu rồi?
If
Đúng
you look
rồi.
at the
Đúng
type,
rồi.
that word string says that it takes a string, and I don't know how well you can see this, but when you see the two square braces next to each other, that means many in PowerShell, the .NET thing. So what they're telling you is the computer name parameter can accept one computer or a whole list of computers, as long as they are strings. Okay?
Đấy đằng kia trên
Parameters
kia
have
không?
aliases. In
Hồi
other
đầu
words, I could type in
Nó còn hai thằng ở ngay cái nhà gần mình
dash
này.
IP address underscore dash underscore server. That'd be a lot of typing. Dash CM.
thế hả?
All those are perfectly good.
Buồn quá. Chơi một mình buồn quá. Mấy em nó chặn chờ tôi với nhé.
Positional, more on positional parameter later. Doesn't have a default value.
Đấy,
Except
cứ liên
when I
thanh
find
từ
input,
nãy giờ. Mấy đấy là mệt.
that later, and doesn't accept wildcard. So every parameter, to use them properly, you're going to want to go to the documentation for the commandlet and make sure you understand the parameters that you want to use. So that's one of the skills you want to get out of this course, is being able to help for a commandlet. I'd recommend going online like I did with my search, okay, because this is the most up to date. And
Mấy này giàu quá, đặt 5 ngon.
have the examples for, well, first you'll have the parameters that can work together. Then you'll have examples.
Chỉ hướng trước mặt em luôn.
Then you will have
Ở đây nó phải có
description
độ 2 tim.
over and over, for each parameter. It's very thorough. And after that description, you might have some description of the inputs and the outputs and some notes and some related links. So at work, as they say, if you're researching a command, go to the internet, like you saw me do here, and do that. Now, if that is not feasible in the lab environment, we don't have the ability to go to the internet. There's a couple of different ways you can say get help on
Thôi ra lấy xe vào vòng, chạy bô đó, tí là nào nó xong rồi vào.
show window. Hyphen show window.
Thính ở tí đằng kia thì em chơi tao à.
And if you do use that version of the installed help,
Chờ tí em nhặt khẩu M4.
commandlet is hyphen show window. Expand this.
Bảo 4 không có phụ kiện.
There is a bar down below in the lower right where you can change the font.
Con biết xuân
And it keeps the
này
same
mà.
information as the online version that I just showed you by going to Microsoft, except the order is a little bit different. It'll give you the synopsis description, they'll describe the parameters. And then it will finally, then give you the parameters.
Để tôi kể cho con nghe một câu chuyện nhé.
Thôi khỏi.
Hôm nay tôi đi lái một chiếc xe ô tô đi trên một con đường. Con đường thì nó không cái đường.
Còn có mấy phớt ra này. Rồi lại còn M4 nên mini các kiểu vào lấy bịch nước đây.
Chàng cứ thế đi.
Khu này giàu thật.
Has anybody noticed that a couple of years ago, with their newer products,
Em bắn M4 thì đạn nữa.
did not install the help for the product by
Em vứt ra 81 tiền.
Anybody notice that when you're talking PowerShell or something else? That by default, Microsoft,
Đây có cái tay cầm chéo này ngay ngoài hành lang.
this is like 2012 on, has not been installing the help locally. Anybody notice that?
Oh shit.
Well,
Hướng 50 kìa.
it's true. Well, yep.
Go on.
Well, it's true, but it's 2012 going forward. Now, and PowerShell is no different.
Chạy bộ anh.
And so,
Em bị bán AK màu kém đấy.
if you're doing a brand new PowerShell install,
Có bao giờ giỏi đâu.
they are not going to
Mẹ mày. Không biết được bán AK màu nữa. Dỗi.
install the help by default. Okay? This is what I'm saying. I sort of skipped ahead a little bit, but Windows PowerShell 3.0 and newer do not ship with help. Now, in the lab, they've obviously gone to the trouble of running the update help command to download and install
Nó bắn nổ xe.
Okay. And so, if you've installed PowerShell and you don't see the help
Nhìn có cái
installed
thính ngon
locally,
lành quá mà
you
không dám đớp.
locally installed help. You're going to need to run the update help.
Đằng nào chẳng chết đớp mẹ đi.
That's what they did towards the
Chết chừng
This
nhanh.
was a decision
Đớp máu
Microsoft
trước,
made,
rồi dưới một thằng sau.
several years ago, because they would prefer
Chết
they
thì cũng
be
phải làm ma lo ấy.
go
Cái đéo gì đâu rơi.
to
Rơi lại còn.
that,
Ê, tôi sắp.
search the net and look at the Microsoft documentation.
Rồi. Em ơi,
Có màu 24 anh ơi.
All right, and now let me scroll back here.
nó đâu đỏ cái này.
So if we have used help to find commands. Show window. To view the help contents. We don't have online
Anh ăn M24
to go to, so we're gonna go nowhere.
Em bắn M4 á.
And then
Coi trên đằng sau mình nha.
if you're just looking for a particular parameter,
Có thằng coi chừng nó tới tụi cho cái khu này.
How much information you need to go through by saying dash parameter.
Thằng này cũng có X8 luôn á.
The parameter was the let's say computer name. And it doesn't give you examples, but it tells you how to use it. So here I did get help restart computer dash parameter, and then I was interested in the parameter computer name. So if you really know that, you can read it. This parameter will accept one or more strings. Remember the two square braces there?
Đây rồi.
Many.
Thấy không?
Chó chết thật luôn.
Is it
Không thấy ai.
no? Is it positional? Yes. Or positional? Is that a default value?
Nhung bò.
Can I pipe in information? Yes. More on that later. Will that parameter accept wildcard characters? No. Okay. And then we'll be looking at the help. In fact, there's a lab exercise.
Bắn ca đằng nào mình bắn sẽ chết.
But the help is your friend. It's very useful.
Nó có bắn vào 4 hay không lấy?
Có.
Đi. Rồi ra.
A set. So I think my example was restart. Okay. Or maybe just start.
Đây có người dưới đường đang chạy kìa.
On the machine.
Đúng rồi.
Như
nhà kho.
Em thấy không?
Lấy ra so you can zero in with the get help, the name of that commandlet. Then we're gonna do it in the lab. Show Windows tests. I know they have.
Nó ở cái cửa sổ đấy anh nhỉ? Cửa sổ cạnh cái nhà kho.
Or if you want, go to your host machine and go search for it on the internet because Microsoft
Bắn bầu nó nữa bắn
have
trước.
the most useful documentation. And we're looking at help.
Một thằng ở cửa chính, một thằng cửa sổ.
Nó.
And then reading the help on a parameter, well, we talked about some of these things like required and default value and wildcard.
Nóng bà.
Now, positional and pipeline input, I'm saving that for that module where we will address it. Now, when I did this example of get help, start. Well, restart computer, that's the one I honed in on, and that was this module that you should have in any PowerShell environment. Unless you got something really. But there's some modules that you might see on here that you're saying, well, we don't have these on our Windows machines. I don't see these things. Okay. So, were those a lot of
Chơi thôi.
Bỏ đồng vào.
So, how many of you
Thằng bí rồi Tuấn ạ.
use a Windows client machine with the appropriate RSAT installed?
Quên giáp mình lát hết à?
Remote Server Administration Toolkit. So how many of you have?
Thằng này lát xong cả giáp mình.
Absolutely, Candace said yes. Robbie said yes. Sometimes. All right. These are where all these modules came from.
Mình vẫn ở trong vòng.
Standard PowerShell install on it, like a.
Đấy có người đằng sau mình. Có người đằng sau. Nghe cho bắn.
Because the RSAT is not installed. So that's why.
Hướng 285. Dưới đội.
RSAT installed, such as this London
Mới nghe
machine
chân
in the lab. Well, you're going to be A-OK. All right. You are going to have lots and lots available. That's why we have so many available to us, is because they install the RSAT. So, something to think about. I think almost all.
Để em đáp thử quả smoke xem.
Nó bây giờ một bắn này. Cái bộ bắn nó ra.